It's an ode to that beauty. Rather can I carry that force in my back? Can I walk up here for the spirit, for the disgrace, for the occupying of a place that's so large you cannot think you so small, for the half of those described you can't deny, for that track. All talents differ, the weather's wisely put. I cannot carry the force in my back. I say neither can you crack unknown source of things for all different weathers of weather, but not the doubtless is very big and not for the former. You can call it a ladder, for this could be a mountain with the shadows occupying that space. For the fate and forbearance, everything we crawl upon, for the merit, for the tactic, for the problem. The prosperous and beautiful to see, not to wear, for the ill conscious masterful, for the everywhere, for the I can shake off that God, for the negative making of the sea, for the fancy, for the glass, and the eyeballs to me, enchanted as the gold mass. You seem wise in the morning mist, with the grounds, for the proudly grow, softly as alive, for the speaking of the purple mountain, for the fine and ancient wood, night and day, for the love, for the crime, for the leading our souls to good, and this is the compensation. Your loss may be a game, for the virtue runs before the muse, defies the skill, wrath and refuse, and the painters may be prayed more for his or hers, and the kneeling and waving and worships, better for the desiration. This is the more the ode to the beauty, for this is the problem. This is the church, this is the cow, this is the prophet of the soul, this is the monastic, this is the pensive, this is the churchman, this is the enduring, this is the shallow thought, this is the oracle, this is the nature robe, this is the Bible, this is the nation's king, this is the tongue of a flame, this is the burning core below, and this is the dawn for the Christianity, this is the new for the beauty it grew. Maybe this is the breast, the annual self for the ever myriads, and holding powers, and you can be a python, snake, hasting lids like a pyramid, bend the sky, kindred's eye, interior sparrows, and upper air rise again, glad to give them a place with them for the race with the equal day, for you can be a growing grass and obey, not to surpass the length of the hand, the dust for the rear, for the shrine, for the kneeling, for the theory. This is the flame that defines the champion within the crease and that inspires renew the seers, gold flames and gold for exploding upon the morning wind, for the whispers of the willing wind and the ascent of the Holy Ghost and the healers. Word never lost, but not the book for me to not lie, for you to vent for the line, for the younger for thine, the lips of mine. You can words and music in my ears and see this is a poetry, dear. Yeah, for the faith, and you can find that good bishop inside of my forgiveness. To the smith, the word of the soul of a seer, two rivers adjacent. Circle of to that beauty, to ancient art. For the arc of the blood, for the flagging of the unfurled, for the decent being battled and stood there, for the fire shot to her for round the world, for the hope, for the sense, for the silence of the sleeping of the conqueror, silence sleeps in the time to ruin the bridge, with the slipping down for the stream, creeping on for the green bank, for the soft stream, votive for the storm, for the memory, for the deity, for redeeming, for the sires of the seers are gone, sons are gone, spirit who made these, for the free man dare to die, leave there for the children free, not for the bid, for the time and nature gently spare, shyly raise and rise again to reason, not to be a bearers of celestial love. This is more for the reaching the upper, for the pure rim, over sun or star, for the flickering the nipple of the film. This must not mount for the love to the vision, the all form, for this is the form, but also all new to the region, for the will, for this is belonging to the beings of the ride, for the visibly revolving, for the stare, eternal, for the run, for the girl, for the world, for the bound, for the turn, for the unlikely the things that are like good, for the ill, for the joy, for the moan, for the melting into one, for the there, the past, the present, the future, for the shooting of the triple blossoms in one group. Substance is the base divided for the summits and the united for these, the holy essence of the rose of these separate souls. Sunny, sleep, folding your nature when it deep in the fair. Every good for the none and part, for the impurity, for the men below, for the these archetypes for these indoor race of gods, and those who hear me on, for the shadows fitting up and down with the still they voting for the circles not a sea or for laws. You can hide, punish you for the cause, for the pay, for the being, for this is out the spirit, for those who guide, for the redeeming of the low, for the care of the toil. Maybe they're lying for those who stole the shoulders from the falls. Who sees that true astronomy for the period of peace and counsel which age kept shall be well-born, soul accepting for the overhanging of the trees of the lakes with the images of the garment for drawing for the hymn. Fortune bring with them by right for wrong, the lands and goods to the strong, for the property brutality for the drawing, still for the proprietor, maybe still for the street, the creeping in the wind for the kind
He said, but I don't sing like God put it on my heart. Is that all right? And I want you to sing, son. I'm going to stand over here by land and don't you pay me no attention. You hear me? And I mean you better sing. You sing that song, but Lord, I'll rise again. And I mean you better sing it, yeah. Come here, come here, come here, come here. Sing it, yeah. Sing it. Oh, hey, hey, drive the legs in my head, laugh at me when you say, yeah. Oh, hey, 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 and say it isn't me, the day will come. along the way. Won't we do wrong sometimes? Lord, hear my prayer. Oh, hear my prayer. At the close of the day, Jesus. If I've done, Lord, if I've done, Lord, if I've done it wrong, do you know what I want you to do for me, Jesus? Knock me down, my knee. Oh, my soul. I don't want to be lost for Jesus. Whoa, just let me. Paul. I feel good right now. Glory, glory, glory. Paul and me. Oh, Paul. I want you to take your time. Say Jesus. Stay there. Come on, Paul. And me. Let's take your time. Say Jesus. Salsa. And me. Take your time, Paul. And me. Say that same thing again, Paul. Jesus. Take your time, son. And me. Wait a minute. Paul, you like take your time, but you know what? I want you to moan.
You can not know for the turn pale like snow miserably company maybe. You can not know for the turn pale like snow, misery, company, maybe a Concord, helm, rouge of the bridge, for the arc of the flood, for the flagging of the unfurl, for the thesis. You can not know for the turn pale like snow, misery, company, maybe a Concord, helm, rouge of the bridge, for the arc of the flood, for the flagging of the unfurl, for the thesis being battled and stood there, for the fire shot to her for round the world, for the foe, for the sin, for the silence of the slubbing of the conqueror, silence sleeps in the time ruined the bridge with the sweeping down for the stream, creeping over the green bank for the soft stream, voted for the stone, for the memory, for the deity, for redeeming, for the sires of the seers are gone, sons are gone, spirit who made these, for the free man dare to die, leave there for the children free, not for the beer, for the time and nature gently spare, shyly raise and rise again to these, and not to be a bearers of celestial love. This is more for the reaching the upper, for the pure rim, over sun or star, for the flickering the dimple of the film. This must not mount for the love into the vision, the all form, for this is the form, but also all into the region for the will, for this is belonging to the beings of the ride, for the visibly revolving, for this stare. Eternal for the one, for the girl, for the world, for the bound, for the turn, for the unliking of things that are like good, for the ill, for the joy, for the moan, for the melting into one, for the there, the past, the present, the future, for the shooting of the triple blossoms in one room. Substance is the base divided for the summits and views, united for these are the holy essence of the rose of these, the separate souls, sunny, sleep, folding your nature when the deep and the fair, every good for the none and part, for the impurity, for the men below, for these are archetypes for these that endure, race of gods and those erring on, for the shadows fitting up and down, for the still they building, for the circles that I see over laws. You can hide others, you for the cause, for the pay, for the being, for this is out the spirit, for those who guide, for the redeemer, for the load, for the care, for the toil. Maybe the line for those bestowed, for the shoulders and the falls. Who sees that true astronomy, for the peers of peace and counsel, which age kept shall be well-born, soul accepting, for the overhanging of the trees of the lakes, with the images in the garment, for drawing, for the hymn, forge and bring with them, by right for wrong, for lands of good to the strong, for the poverty and brutality, for the drawing, still for the proprietor, maybe silver for the streets, for the creeping in the wind, for the kind of lesson, the eternal pose, for the tendency to distribute the souls. There now the vows to die divine spell bind. Now they each other seeking to find, to the giving contest, to the pledge, to the oath, and the nature, for the bonding of both of the prayer, for the persuade, for the spool, the flattery, for the fawning, for the noble, the meanings, of the palms, for the flame, for the cold, and the address, and the tenderness, for the throughout, for this particular purpose. The best aim prizes and the greeting, for the patterns, and well communicate, came to find in the stakes. For the chill, for the misery, for the comparison of the purchase and the length of life, you could be a worship, name, referring to those for the names of those with the man, for the Unitarians, for the united word, for the seer, whosoever, for the clear, eye beams fell, for the call, footsteps of the same, eyes, arm, strangers to the stars, strangers to the mystic beast and the bird, for the strangers to the plant, for the mind, for the injured elements, and say not in us of this night and the day, ocean, continent, for the first plant, minerals, say not in us, not for the returning of the stare, for the stare, starry, for the invading and the posting, for the game, devastate them unrelatedly, for the code acts, for the pottage and not for the love, therefore show you unto them, yield, you gripping toil for the dew, sweet affluence for the love song, rich with the resource and the divine consents of the man earth, your world, beloved for the lover, nectar for the ambrosia, withhold for the minister of the spoils and the slaves and the thieves and pirates of the universe, and shut out the daily for the more, the thin for the hour rhyme, door for the pale for the starving, therefore for the sick eyes and sunny for the trees look sick, summer short, clouds shade the sun, which will not tan the hay, nothing thrives, natural term, life shorn for the vulnerable length, each of the greatest space, its defeat for the dying and anger when it was stupid high for the moon, for the one time, for the frugal, for the beggar's child, for the most handsome, calculation taught for the pursuit, for the best aim prizes and ambition for the patterns and the check in the hand for the alchem contracts, leap for the chill, for the misery, for the comparison of the purchase and the length of life, you could be a that good proud world, going home. Doubt not, my friend, I'm not dying. Either going for the weary crowds and roam for the river art, for the ocean brine. Long I toss like the driven of foam, for now proud for the world, I'm going home. And I give my all to that love. Obey the heart for the friends and kindred days, for the estate, for the good fame and plans, credit for the muse, for the nothing refuse. Brave master, let it have scope for the follow, the yearly for the hope. Beyond hope for high and more high, it dives into the noon, which wing unspent, untold intent, but it's God, not knows its path, its own. It's the outlets of the sky for this, not for the mean, for the required the courage and style for the soul, for the above doubt. Bending, such until reward for the shall return. More than they were from ever ascending. Leaving all for love, for hear me yet. More for the world, for the heart beloved for the pulse and more for the firm endeavor. Keep those days for the morrow forever. More for the beloved, for the clinging in life to the maid, for the surprise, for the vague shadow of the sunrise, and the fit across the blossom of the young, for the joy apart from thee. She, fancy, this, contain, pale, rose, flung, summers. Throughout the love, for the self, for the day, for the pure, for the parting, for the dims of the day, for the stilling of the grace, for the always alive, for the hardly I know. These half gods go, for the gods arrive. It's more for the blight, for the give me the truth, and I'm the weary, the surfaces and the die of the nation.